So what do we look at, and what can you do? Right? Within TSP, there's really not an opportunity to guarantee and stagger what your income is going to be at different timelines, at different time frames. And what do I mean by that? Let's say you're going to retire in 5 years. In 5 years, you're 60 years old and you're going to retire in 5 years. And you want to know exactly how much income you're going to get from your TSP in 5 years. You cannot determine that within TSP today at age 60. You cannot, because there's a lot of variables in place. How much is the return going to be? How's the market going to do? What other contributions you're going to put in? But outside of TSP, you can 100% absolutely do that. So if you took a portion of your TSP, put it aside into a plan that was designed to generate you lifetime income, you can guarantee what that income is going to be 5 years from now, 100%. And it does not matter what the market does, if it goes up, if it goes down. It is guaranteed. I love that word, guaranteed. There's also a guarantee that if you don't wait 5 years, if you wait 4 years, what that number is going to be. What if you waited longer than 5 years? We know what that number is going to be. The shorter you wait, the less income. The longer you wait, the more income, kind of like Social Security in that regard. But we can guarantee that from day one. So here's what we looked at, and could be a similar situation for you and your family if this is what you want to do. But they said, okay, after we ran some numbers, we looked at it, and I was just using this example, 500. It could have been more or less, but let's just use this example, 500,000. And they said, well, we only need a little bit, right? So we looked at how much income would 200,000 of the 5 generate. And 200,000 worked out to be enough. Again, it is a real life conversation. The numbers are not real, right? I'm not going over the exact situation, but 500,000, we took 200 at age 60, guaranteeing what that's going to pay out at age 65. So they know 100% based on the income projections with their pension, Social Security's projections, which are pretty good, pretty accurate there at age 60, what they're going to be at age 65. And then we took a portion of the TSP, 200,000, and said 5 years from now, it's going to pay this amount. And they're like, that's pretty much there. That's right at that 80%, maybe a little higher. It went up to about 85%. So what if our income need changes over time? So we know that, again, the pension is going to increase a little bit and Social Security is going to increase, cost of living adjustments. But they wanted the option to say, well, if this first 200 doesn't produce enough income, can I get some more? So we took an extra 100,000 and we set it up in a similar type of plan, but it was designed not just for the best guaranteed income 5 years from now. It's set up more for growth purposes with guaranteed income potential 5 years from now or more. And we did that with 2 other $100,000 pieces of the 500 total. So now they have the ability 5 years from now to turn on potentially 3 different income streams, because we have 3 different plans that we set up for this particular person. The first one, the 200,000, they know 100%. This is what it's going to guarantee. The other 2 100,000s, they can say, well, things have changed. It's been 5 years. I need more income. So let me turn on one of the 2 100,000s. Let me turn them both on. I don't need either one. Let's defer both of them. And the same type of thing happens. The longer they defer, the more that income grows. So I talked about a staggered type of plan because it's not all or nothing. We didn't just take 400 of the 500,000, put it into the best income plan and say, all right, 5 years from now, you've got to turn on all of this income and that's it. We just said, let's start with 200. That's what we've determined based on today is going to be enough for you. We set up 2 additional plans, $100,000 each, that could pay you income, but are more designed for growth potential long-term with an income component, income option. And now when you get to age 65, when this particular person retires, they're going to have a guaranteed income stream that they know about at 65 from the 200,000. They've had an optional 2 other plans at $100,000 each that have grown to their own income potential. They can choose to turn those on as well or defer them longer to get more income down the road and to gradually increase their income, get little jumps. So maybe, let's say at age 65, they retire, get their pension, Social Security, turn on the $200,000 TSP income plan, and start living with that. The other 2 100,000s are now deferred a little bit longer. And let's say 2 years down the road, they're like, we can use a little bit more guaranteed income. Things have changed. I'm going to turn on one of the other $100,000 plans, and it will provide an extra guaranteed lifetime income plan. Again, that $100,000 is not going to run out. As far as producing income, it's going to be guaranteed for the rest of their life. And the remaining $100,000 can continue to grow. And let's say at age 70, they say, I need a little bit more. Okay. And they decide to turn on the third one to get now a bigger guaranteed lifetime income. And there's extra money that was left over that maybe we didn't touch and turn into income. That can then be converted. I mean, there's so many ways to stagger this and set yourself up for increasing income down the road, making sure you're set up properly when you do retire on a guaranteed basis with the option of increasing your income, and could increase it drastically depending on the amount of money over time. So there's a lot of ways you can get set up. It's unfortunate that that's not really able to be done in or within TSP. These are things that are done outside of TSP because these plans are designed for specific purposes. And if it's guaranteed lifetime income and flexibility and control of your money, then it could be a good option for you. For this particular federal employee and their family situation, it was, and that's exactly what they were looking for. So we're able to not just take a lump sum of their TSP and cash it in and get the lifetime income from it, because they didn't need all of it right away. We were able to set it up best for them and prepare them for the potential of down the road getting more income if needed. And if they didn't, great. Their money was just going to sit and grow. And when they do need the income, they can turn it on whenever they choose. Thank you for watching the Federal Retirement Show. If you like this clip, make sure you subscribe, get notified whenever we have new content. We look forward to seeing you each and every week on the Federal Retirement Show.